because he had been convicted previously of the exact same crime, he knows or should know that this is wrong and that he's not allowed to be doing this.
That's one attorney's assessment of the new allegations former model and registered sex offender Dean Kelly is now facing. Good evening and thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Sharice Gibson.
And I'm Katie Moore. It was about 10 years ago that Dean Kelly was sent to prison after violating the terms of his probation for a series of sex crimes.
Now, less than 2 years after his release, Kelly is back behind bars accused of almost identical offenses. Investigative reporter Mike Perlstein has been following this case since Kelly's arrest yesterday and joins us now with the latest.
Well, Sharice and Katie, back when he was first accused of sex crimes in 2011, Dean Kelly was a model who was accused of luring women to his family's boathouse and St. Charles Avenue mansion. Now, after a decade in prison and status as a registered sex offender, he is accused of almost exactly the same thing.
Because he registered, he just didn't comply with the conditions of the sex offender registry.
Court documents show that 52-year-old Dean Kelly is still driving fancy cars and still using his family's boathouse on Lake Pontchartrain. They also show he is accused of once again using social media dating apps to connect with women, the same thing that led to his 10-year prison sentence and forced him to register as a sex offender when he was released in July 2022. We talked to attorney and legal analyst Craig Mordock, who has no connection to the case.
I mean, he's not even allowed to be on dating apps, and that's how they met. He's using a picture from 20 years ago, so there's false pretenses.
Yesterday, Kelly was booked with sexual assault, attempted third-degree rape, and 2 separate violations of his sex offender registration. Mordock says that unlike most criminal cases, Kelly's history can be used against him in this recent case.
And it's called lustful disposition evidence, and they're allowed to bring in the facts of that case to bolster the victim complaining witness's credibility in the present case that Dean Kelly has. Because he had been convicted previously of the exact same crime, he knows or should know that this is wrong and that he's not allowed to be doing this.
Now, Kelly just completed his first appearance in magistrate court, and his bail was set at $1.1 million. He could face more than 20 years in prison if convicted as charged. Katie and Sharice.
All right, so much more to come on that. Thank you, Mike.